the growing demand. Again, Madam PS, we look forward to your continued support towards this end. This will greatly reduce the heavy dependence on council-employed trainers, which has a negative impact on our budget in terms of remuneration. The money which we would use for something else, for construction or improvement of our learning or training facilities, now ends up going to payment of salaries. We are also grateful to the Ministry of Education for availing funds for us for our ongoing construction of the ICT complex, which we visited before we came here. It is now at 50% completion, and we still require more funds to enable us actually make it ready for use. This facility will be pivotal in enhancing our training programs with the necessary technological skills as we go forward. So we welcome the release of more funds to enable us in completing this complex. We also have other facilities which we also would welcome any additional funding that will enable us to construct them. For instance, the state-of-the-art civil engineering complex and the modernization of our food and beverage multipurpose facility. These projects are essential for us to continue providing top-notch training to our trainees. As we continue to enhance the learning environment for our trainees, it is imperative to address some critical infrastructural needs that directly impact on their safety and accessibility. We are not able to house all our trainees within the institution, but rather there are those ones who live outside of the institution, and the lack of street lighting at the Kaiboi market poses a great risk to them as they go back to their living quarters in the evenings, or when they are having the early mornings as they come to the institution. So it is my request to our governor that something be done about the street lighting, and of course the many other infrastructural needs that we will mention to you. Okay, allow me to redact my speech in the interest of time. So I get to that point where I say to our graduates, I say congratulations, hongera kwenyu. You've done very well, and the fact that you are seated here today is a testimony to that. So as you go out of Kaiboi National Polytechnic, please go out in confidence. You are well equipped and you are ready to face the world. It may be difficult at times, but please know that even Rome was not built in a day. And whenever you encounter those challenges, kindly remember that kusumbuka ni kwa muda tu. It doesn't last a lifetime. So whatever you encounter, whatever difficulty, continue working and keeping hope. You will get there eventually. And if the worst comes to the worst, remember what I said. If you keep doors and those doors don't open, build your own and open it. You are equipped for that. Asanteni sana. Thank you all, and may God bless you abundantly. As you go, please remember, you will make our references. Tell them there is no other national polytechnic but Kaiboi National Polytechnic. Thank you.
Thank you, Daktari, our council member. It is now my humble duty, Chief Guest Excellency, to welcome our county commissioner, Madam Caroline Zwili, who will take over the remaining part of the program. Welcome, Madam County Commissioner.
Can we give the principal and the chair a round of applause? Asante, asante sana. Our chief guest, who is the Prime Cabinet Secretary and the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Tibet, the Governor, Nandi County, His Excellency Stephen Sang, the members of National Assembly present, members of the County Assembly, the council, the principal, graduates, parents, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to welcome you to the county. You are coming in the heels of His Excellency, the Deputy President, who visited a few weeks ago to preside over a similar function in Olesos National Polytechnic. And I think this shows that the government is committed in the support of education matters. I'll join you, Your Excellency, in congratulating the graduates. I know that it's not easy. Mumepitia mengi, si ni kweli? Kuamka mapema, you don't want to let yourself down, you don't want to let your parents down. So kazi mzuri, congratulations. All what we can do is to wish you well and pray that as you move in the next chapter of your life, pigie machief makofi. Tuko pia na Deputy County Commissioner and the Sub-County Security Committee. Mahali muko musimame. We also have members of the County Security Committee. Wasimame. Asante. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, let me now welcome the Honorable Meli, who will give a speech and introduce the other leaders who have joined us today. Karibu Mheshimiwa Meli.
Our chief guest, our Excellency Prime Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the principal of the college, the chairman of the governing council of Kaiboi National Polytechnic, our principal secretary, Madam Esther Moria, all protocol observed. Good afternoon. May I take this time, our Prime Cabinet Secretary, to congratulate the candidates or the graduates, their families, their parents, for this very, very first graduation ceremony for Kaiboi National Polytechnic. This is a very good day for all of us as a county leadership led by our governor and all the county leaders seated here today. And we want to thank you, Prime Cabinet Secretary, for accepting to come and grace this being the first graduation ceremony for this National Polytechnic. Without much ado, I know we are actually back on time. I'll want to invite the leaders who are here today to give their speeches, but I want every member who is here to note that we want to thank the national government for accepting to actually elevate Kaiboi National Polytechnic, Kaiboi Polytechnic to be a national polytechnic. This was the effort of the member of parliament of this constituency and the leadership who are here. Honorable Kirwa, watu wa Kaiboi mnaelewa, is a very hard-working leader. We together, I being the chairman of education, principal secretary, and the government, accepted to acknowledge and to elevate this university, this polytechnic, to a national university, to a national polytechnic. Can we give him hands of applause? So I will go straight away to welcome the leaders who are here. Let me welcome the majority leader, who will introduce the MCS and say a brief statement. Majority leader.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Meli. Prime Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, Your Excellency Governor Stephen Sang, Your Excellency Deputy Governor Daktari Yulita Cheruiyot, MBs present, kiongozwa na Mheshimiwa Meli, Principal Kaiboi Technical, and all the protocol of staff, all the graduates na wazazi, amjambo. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. First of all, I want to congratulate the graduates of the day. Nasema pongezi sana. Pongezi for your hard work. Mumejikaza. That's why today we are here. We want to wish you well as you move ahead to go and look for employment, to go and work in various places. We want to wish you well and pray for you so that you can get a place. Your Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, we want to thank you, asante sana, for gracing this occasion. It is an honor. It is a great honor to us, people of here, Mosop, Kabiet. We want to thank you, asante sana, Your Excellency Mudavadi. Ya mwisho, I want to introduce the other members of the County Assembly, and I think we are here, led by, I think we have Honorable Ezra Rotich, my colleague MCA, who is also the chairman for held in our County Assembly. Some of the other MCS are on the way. I think they are around. Former MCS, if they are around, yeah, I think we are working on graduates. Asante sana. Thank you so much. And Musalia Mudavadi, tumeona kazi hapa imefanyika mzuri. Tunakusihi kabisa kwa heshima, and we want to thank our president for elevating this institution to be a national polytechnic. Tunashukuru sana. And Your Excellency Mudavadi, siku ile wewe ni mtu wa hard work. Hardwork ile ulifanya siku ile. Fanya hardwork, hiyo buildings yote ikamilike, hao watu wafaidike. Asanteni sana na Mungu abariki. Thank you so much.
Makofi kwa majority leader. Thank you so much. Watu wa Mosop, mnajua ya kwamba your constituency is running very well. I know your leader is indisposed, but he's very fine. I was in the US, you must have seen photographs. Na anafanya vizuri sana. Lakini every other time za zile kazi inaendelea, tuko na Bwana Nimrod Malel kutoka ofisi yake. Nataka yeye aongee ili awaeleze mambo ambayo yanaendelea katika ofisi ya member of parliament Mosop. Karibu Nimrod Malel.
Our chief guest, His Excellency Dr. Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, Principal Secretary, Ithe, Your Excellency, Sir, the Governor of Nandi, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Nandi, members of Parliament present, the Governing Council of this institution, led by the Chairman, the Principal, the teachers, students, na wananchi wote. Na wasalimu kwa jina la Yesu. Mjamboni. Thank you. Your Excellency, sir, it's a great honor today to have our first ever graduation to Kaiboi National Polytechnic. And it's an honor to have you today to grace this event. It's unfortunate, sir, our member of parliament is not around, but I know wherever he is, he's the happiest man. He has really longed to see this, but because we are here to represent him, we have to thank you on his behalf and thank everybody who has walked this journey to ensure that Kaiboi is a national school. Your Excellency, allow me to thank the school for what it's doing in mothers' education. Kaiboi National School is a backbone of in Masop. We have invested a lot of resources in this school, and we endeavor to do so even more. As we speak, Your Excellency, we have a number of graduates here who are beneficiaries of CDF bursaries and scholarships, and we endeavor to continue the same. We have a program we have discussed with the school principal, Your Excellency, and in this coming May, we are going to enroll more than 200 students, having been sponsored by the Masop CDF bursary kit. I want to thank the leaders from around, led by the governor and area members of parliament from Nandi, for the support they've given us and this institution. This school has grown the economy of Kaiboi Center by far, and it is the reason why we got a modern market from the national government. The school has grown the businesses around, and it is one of the most important schools we have in Masop, and we are happy to be part of this school. Your Excellency, I want to make some few requests on behalf of Mheshimiwa Kilwa. Number one, Your Excellency, is a request that we have made to the Ministry of Roads to ensure that we tarmac the road from Chepkober to Kaiboi Center, around 17 kilometers, Your Excellency. And we are grateful for the tarmac road we have gotten around 76 kilometers, that the contractor is already on site, beginning from Celia to Kaiboi, to Jepteroi, towards Kapkadembu, and all the way through Kamasai to Jimoi. We want to say thank you and pass our gratitude to His Excellency the President. It's a request you gave us when you visited Nandi, and for sure we have seen it come true. Your Excellency, I want also to request through your office, Your Excellency, we have made a request of connecting our people to power. As we speak, Your Excellency, in Masop, we have only 22% of our residents having electricity. The rest 78% hawana stima. Tunaomba sana, Your Excellency, tuweze kuwapea stima hao watu. It's the biggest thing they have been requesting. Kila kona tukienda Masop. Najua kuna hiyo program, na naomba sana iweze kufanyika mwaka huu. Sitaki kusema mengi, Your Excellency. Yangu teni ilikuwa furaha siku ya leo, na kwa niaba ya Mheshimiwa Kilwa tunasema asante sana kwa kuja Masop, na karibu tena siku nyingine. Mwisho kabisa, niruhusu niwape shukrani, congratulations kwa wale ambao wamegraduate siku ya leo, na naomba ya kwamba mnapotoka Kaiboi muendelee kuongeza masomo. Tunajua mambo ya kupata kazi Kenya hii imekuwa ngumu, lakini ninyi mko na bahati. Uko na serikali hapa leo. I want to request Your Excellency that through your office, if we can employ at least 50 of them. Sema tu neno moja na roho yetu itapona. Asante sana Your Excellency.
Mpige makofi kijana Malela ambaye ni manager wa constituency manager. Our chief guest, we have former leaders of this county who are here. Let me recognize them. Mr. David Koech, who is currently the council member, University of Eldoret, is there. Asante sana mheshimiwa. Any other former? So asante kwa kufika hapa. Now I want to invite the member of Nandi Hills, Honorable Kitur, to also address the gathering. Karibu mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much, Honorable Julius Melli. The Prime Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the PS, the Governor of Nandi, fellow colleagues, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. First of all, allow me on behalf of the people of Nandi Hills constituency and on my own behalf to congratulate the graduates, the first graduates of Kaiboi National Polytechnic. Congratulations, great young people. Secondly, is to also congratulate the staff, principal and the staff, as well as the parents who've done great work to have been able to bring the best of the class that is now graduating today. Our chief guest today, I will be very brief because of the interest of time. I want to mention that I've seen you a couple of times, Prime Cabinet Secretary, visit Mosop constituency a couple of times. Indeed, you've been a great friend, and you're finding time in your extremely busy schedule to be here is something we take with great pride as leaders of Nandi. Secondly, is to also let all of us that are here to know that when we came into leadership, we chose that we will walk and speak one voice as the leaders of Nandi. At no point will you hear us, or if one of us is down, we'll always work together. And there will be no void in any manner or form in the leadership of this great county. Therefore, we have come in solidarity to support the Member of Parliament, whom we hope will be coming very soon, on this very important occasion, which we knew he worked very hard to have been able to have this institution be made a national polytechnic. Indeed, at that point, we had two institutions, Prime Cabinet Secretary. We had one called Lesos TVET at that point, and this is the Kaiboi. But there is a way the Member of Parliament of this place worked his way. Despite the fact that the other institution is a bit bigger, he was able to get this be a national polytechnic. That tells you how passionate the Member of Parliament supports this institution indeed. Prime Cabinet Secretary, for those that are watching across the globe and across this nation and every part of this country, indeed, Kaiboi National Polytechnic is a polytechnic to take your child or any young person out there need to come and survive this institution because it's one of the best. In the most secure place, fantastic climate, the teaching fraternity is very welcoming, and therefore, I want to again call upon all of us that are watching across the country to please consider having your children or yourselves to come and study in this great institution. I would like, Prime Cabinet Secretary, to request you that now many of these young people are going out there. Most of them are technical students. It is my wish that most of those programs we've seen the government of Kenya Kwanza are trying to open out there. We've seen, events where the minister in charge of labor has been doing some clinics of how to export young people to go abroad. We want to see that to be extremely fair. And you see the number of times this will be done also not only in Nandi, but also in Kaiboi. And we want to see the results of this, of the young people being taken from here to go abroad and work. Second last, Prime Cabinet Secretary, when I engaged the principal a bit earlier and the chairman, he told me there are a couple of industries or manufacturing firms around here who want to partner, or they've reached out to partner with them, so that most of these young ones, when they are studying, they have an opportunity to be able to intern or to go there and do the practicals, or even during the training, they are trained on what should be found in the industry. Or ultimately, of course, they make it a chance to be employed. I think, Prime Cabinet Secretary, we need to expand this and be made that all industries, we get something like a mark of quality of sort for those that embrace young people or work with colleges to be able to absorb most of this for the training in their factories, so that they get the practical training hands-on. And I think this is something that could be quite interesting going forward. Finally, Prime Cabinet Secretary, I want to thank the government of Kenya Kwanza. Recently, we had a challenge where our government subsidized fertilizers. And when that happened, we saw a great result where every sector of agriculture were able to have enough food being grown, and we were able, even like maize, we had enough of them. But we had a challenge recently when one of the institutions that we all depend here, that is Kenya Seed, faced a challenge in terms of their costings, and they were able to increase the price. This came to our discussion, and we shared with the leadership of Kenya Kwanza. I want to thank you that was nullified, and now farmers can buy the maize seed in the price that was before. And with that, we want also this subsidy then to be done for the maize seed as well, so that ikuja kula bunge isikuwe fertilizer peke yake. Wacha pia tupate subsidy kwa mahindi. Ama mnasema namna gani? On the seeds, ndio? Ya kila kitu, kwa sababu sasa tunaenda msimu wa kuweza kupanda. Finally, the Nandi Nation has had a great challenge in the past on the issue of the road networks. Tunataka kushukuru sana kwa sababu mwaka huu rais amesema kwamba atashughulikia mambo ya mabarabara. We are very keen as leaders of this place to work together with the government. Na pia tukubali, wakati tunaitisha hii tengenezwe, lazima pia kuna mahali serikali lazima itapata pesa. Na hiyo haina option, inakuanga kutax ama namna gani. But I think let's see how best we can do, because for sure in Nandi we are in dire need of proper expansive roads for us to be able to take our produce to the fields. Prime Cabinet Secretary, umetembea hapa mara mingi, mimi nataka nikuombe kitu kimoja. Please, as much as you have all the other institutions of this country, kwa sababu wewe umependa Mosob mara mingi ukikuja hapa, I would want to tell you, also adopt this institution so that anytime they have an issue, apart from pia sana tusaidia hapo, hata wewe you take it as personal. Asanteni sana, and all the very best graduates. Asanteni na Mungu awabariki.
Tushangilie Mheshimiwa Kitur. Asante sana. Prime Cabinet Secretary, the Principal Secretary, and all protocol observed. I just want to have a very short speech. First and foremost, I want to thank you, Prime Cabinet Secretary. You are one of the top leaders in this republic that are never controversial. In what sense? That you are development-oriented, you actually take your issues very seriously, and we as a people of this county have been watching you very closely. And we are saying we are actually behind you in each and every activity you do as a leader. We've seen how you have been carrying out presidential duties and your duties as a foreign affairs minister. We as a leadership of this region, led by our governor and the Rift Valley leaders, we are saying we want to wish you well as we move ahead. You are a friend to this county. You've come here not once, severally. And we as a leadership, we are saying, tunamkaribisha au namna gani? Tunamkaribisha Prime Cabinet Secretary. Wapi makofi ya Prime Cabinet Secretary? Wapi nduru ya Prime Cabinet Secretary? Bas, ya pili, I want to congratulate the graduates. As a chair of education and as a member of parliament in Ithe, I want to tell you, you've done the best for yourself. It took you long hours of studies. It took your parents time to pay. It took the lecturers or the trainers time to make sure that you have earned the skill. I want to tell you, graduates, you are the best graduates we have ever seen around here. Why am I saying so? You are leaving this place now a skilled person. You are an electrical engineer, you are an agricultural engineer, you are a mechanical engineer, and you are worth to actually be a member of what is going to take this country ahead. I'm just asking you, leave this place and do not ask even for employment. Ask how you can create it yourself. Along in our Kenyan society today, we have a number of you who are doing very well, not in the formal employment, but in your own way, you create and make others and this country have a living. I want to ask, there is a linkage between industry and employment and training. And I think Madam Principal Secretary knows that. As much as we have several CDA projects going on in this sub-county, and even the whole of Nandi County, Governor Sang has a lot of projects going on. We have a training institute at Cheptarit. We have the milk processing plant. Don't ask yourself, what are you going to do so that you earn a living out of the linkages between yourself as a skilled worker and those particular institutes? I want to ask you, as you move out of this institution, if you are disciplined, you are organized, and you can go anywhere in this world to work. The other day, your principal had invited me to Kazi, what do you call it? Kazi Maju, is it? Kazi Maju. Foreign work. If you go to Qatar, if you go to Germany, if you go to any part of this world, you will fit in there. And I want to tell you, don't look at Kaiboi, Nandi, and Kenya. Look at the world. What can you be able to do in Germany? What can you be able to do in Korea? What can you be able to do in Dubai and other parts of the world? We as a people, we are going to support you with very good legislation, especially on how you can move out, you can use your skills very well, and you can develop this country. I want to say that as a Department of Education, as a chair, we've made a number of laws that are assisting you as a students, are assisting the Kenyans, and making sure that TVET should be the largest department in education. Because this is the place where we have the largest and the strongest human force in this country. And you'll be able to produce and give this country a lot of money as a people. Lastly, as I told you earlier on, I went to the United States a few weeks ago. And I met your member of parliament. He's very robust. He's gained health. He's doing very well. Most of you must have seen the photos in the social media. I did that because I want to tell you that he's doing well. He's recuperating very well. And most of the projects that are here today, we stand here today because of the work of Honorable Kirwa. He fought for this institution to be a national polytechnic. Can you give him applause, please? The member of the constituency manager has just indicated the number of road projects, the number of CDF projects going on. That means you have no vacuum in this constituency. You have no problem at all. He every other time consults with his constituency office. And as a leadership of the county led by the governor and ourselves, we'll step in any other time that he requires us to. Like this graduation ceremony. That's why we are all here together. And I want to thank the governor because when we said we are looking for the chief guest, you did very well and you met the Prime Cabinet Secretary, and now we are here today courtesy of your member of parliament because he is following us even now, wherever he is in Dallas, and he's actually saying, congrats na pongezi watu wa Mosop kwa kumwombea na mnaendelea kumshikilia akiwa kule nje. Au namna gani? Ya mwisho nataka niseme, we have a number of projects that are going on, like the road. Barabara hii yetu ya kuanzia kule Tinderet mpaka Celia na hizi zote ambaye tumesema inafanywa na contractor moja. We had some technical issues on funding Prime Cabinet Secretary, which I think you in the government have sorted it out, and we want to see it started. And we want to ask you, we want these roads to get finished because we have the funding already from the donors. Tunataka tumalize hizi barabara, tuanze hizi zingine, na hizo mambo ya sitima iwe things of the past. Lastly, ni project ya ICT yenye iko hapa. I know the supplementary budget is around the corner, and I want to ask Principal Secretary, let us finish that ICT so that next time when we are coming here, we are inspecting a different project. Au namna gani? And you being the AIE holder, and you know we make budget in the National Assembly, just propose, we give resources, I think they are about 50%, about 50 million shillings, tumalize hiyo ICT, wanafunzi waingie, alafu tupate pesa mfukoni. Au namna gani? Tuko sawa? Kwa hayo na mengi, asanteni sana Kaiboi, and I want to say, nataka tu niwaeleze kama kiongozi wenu, to support serikali yetu kwa sababu programs ambayo tuko naye, kama hiyo ya mbolea na mbegu. Mheshimiwa Kituru amewaeleza, we had the prices going up, and we had a meeting where Mheshimiwa Kituru was seated, na mimi kama representative ya Nandi County, na tulisema bei kuje chini. Let us also as a government, because we have been giving out subsidized fertilizer, let us subsidize the seeds so that we have large production of maize. Tutumie mashamba yetu ili tuwe na mahindi ya kutosha, ili tuwe na pesa ya kugharamia watoto wetu katika mambo ya fees, ili tupate pesa na tuingie mambo ya SHA na tuweze kujimudu kwa mambo ya afya katika taifa letu. Kwa hayo nasema asanteni sana. Nataka nimchukue muda huu sasa nimuite Mama County, Mheshimiwa Cynthia Muge, ili aendeshe program kuanzia hapo. Mpigie makofi akikuja. Asante sana.
Thank you, Chairman. Chief Guest, the Prime Cabinet Secretary and CS for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Your Excellency Governor Nandi County, the leaders present, the graduates 2025 class, good afternoon. Today we meet here at the Kaiboi National Polytechnic, first to congratulate the graduating class of 2025, to say hongera for your graduation. We are proudly associated with National Polytechnic of Kaiboi, this being the first institution to attain the national status in Nandi County. We are proudly associated. The elevation comes with responsibility. The responsibility that comes with the elevation is on commitment to excellence, to make sure that the institution is able to produce ethical and properly skilled graduates like the class of 2025 that we are celebrating today. Again, the graduating class or the graduates of this year are going to be a proper trademark for Kaiboi National Polytechnic. And I ask the graduating class of 2025 that you be the proper ambassadors that this institution needs out there. How do you become the proper ambassadors of this institution? By making sure that the output, everything that you touch when you go out there, turns to gold, so that we can be associated with this alma mater. That every time someone wants to look for a plumber, they will ask if they first graduated from Kaiboi National Polytechnic. If they want an electrician, they will ask for a referral that left Kaiboi National Polytechnic. I ask the class of 2025 to be good ambassadors to Kaiboi National Polytechnic. Graduates, this is a lifelong skill gaining. The world is